Texas coming off a 26-10 season a year ago. The Longhorns do return 4 of 5 starters from last year, but they will be without 2 of them tonight. Deanna Gaston and Aaliyah Moore still injured, but Texas hopes to have them back soon, and we are underway from Moody Center. The starting lineup to begin the season for Texas: Harmon, Booker, Gonzalez, Phi, and there's Amina Mohammed.
And Southern starting the zone. They want to pack the paint. They do not want Texas to have the game that they had in their exhibition game. They had 90 points in the paint. You've got to keep Texas out of the paint.
There's the freshman Madison Booker with the miss. You mentioned Texas coming off a blowout win over Midwestern State last Thursday in the exhibition season. Southern comes into this one minus a number of starters, including their leading scorer, Genovia Johnson, who's out for the season. The scrum and possession remains with Southern.
Funchess always brings a team in that's well prepared, ready to go. I mean, these guys are undersized going up against this very tall Texas team today. Always willing to come out here for the fight, though.
For Texas, Vic Schaefer, the reigning Big 12 Coach of the Year, now in his 4th season in charge of the Longhorns. Bound by Fleming. Shot clock under 10. Taylor Williams probing the defense, in trouble. Shot clock at 3. Here's Chloe Fleming with the miss. And Southern comes up with the board, courtesy of Williams.
Yeah, Southern may be smaller, but they are extremely quick, top to bottom, from the starters to the bench. They will keep at
you. Williams nearly turns it over, and Southern does. Texas 20th in the nation a year ago in turnovers forced.
Popcorn problem over here in the corner.
Kind of an omen is this for the season. Excellent job cleaning up the court here in Austin. Okay, here we go. Rory Harmon leading the charge. Harmon, the 2-time All-American for the Longhorns. They tried to find Phi underneath. She goes to the floor for it. Freshman Abby Bootley. Here's Chloe Fleming, team leader in steals from a year ago. Shot clock dips under 10. Taylor Williams trying to go baseline. In the corner on the other side is Reed with a miss.
That's a great look right there for Southern. Good patience against Texas's defense.
Harmon pull-up jumper, and there's the first bucket of the season for Texas. Along with Shaylee Gonzalez, sometimes at 5 in the morning over the summer. Here's Sanaya Reed out by the arc with a miss, and Harmon, she is a sneaky rebounder. Last year, in fact, led the team in defensive boards.
Well, she's always going to the ball, and when you have other players boxing out, it's great to have the ball in her hands early.
Amina Mohammed with that length.
Aaliyah Moore started the 4 position, and then she went down with an injury. You see a nice look there for Shaylee Gonzalez, and there's Harmon in the middle. Took a lot of things personally. If you remember, there were times where people were not being defended properly. But she would want to play defense on that player and take personal responsibility for that. I think it's important that the rest of her teammates have that same attitude.
Makes 1 of 2. There is Mohammed with that attitude. The offensive board missed by Harmon. Madison Booker, the freshman, rips it down.
Nice pass.
Good look from Mohammed. 5-0. Chloe Fleming. Sanaya Reed drops it off for Taylor Williams. Nice move in the paint, and there's bucket number 1 for the Jaguars.
Johnson out with a shoulder surgery and injury, and then of course Raven White on the inside. They certainly miss her. She's on the bench tonight.
Look at the pull-up jumper by Rory Harmon, who worked on that shot during the offseason.
Yeah, she's so terrific at stopping right now before she gets too deep and in trouble against the defense.
Racing down the court. Survival Legions. There's Kayla Obio. Harmon blanketing her with a shot clock again. Going under 10 for Southern. Tiana Lidge fires one up and gets it to go. 3-point game.
That's really a pretty shot by the lefty, Tiana Lidge, a junior. Again, little bit less playing time, but with some people out of the game right now, like White with injuries, she's getting more playing time and needs to hit shots like that.
Holly missed on the other end. Jaguars chance to tie. The opening quarter of the season for the Longhorns. Harmon steps in front of that one, taking it by herself. Drew the foul. Uh-oh.
Took Rory's left arm out.
Harmon with 5 of Texas's 7 points so far tonight. Amina Muhammad with 4 rebounds in the game's first 6 minutes.
Is their ability to get on the offensive boards and convert that into second chance points. 4 of Texas's 7 points. That's 5 offensive boards right there.
I mean, she's
for
been
Amina
everywhere.
Muhammad. Quicker, more confident. I think, obviously in her sophomore season, she has gotten away from her freshman jittery season.
Texas, 1 of 6 from the line. Andrea, need to teach them some.
Yeah, one of the things that I think is just so important for Texas this year in every single game is control the controllables. And one of those things is free throws. Free throws, turnovers, fouls.
Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year. A season ago, 72 steals for Harmon in 31 games last year. Wide open is Gonzalez and buries it. First 3 of the year for Texas.
I think you'll see more of Shaylee Gonzalez in her shooting this season. A little bit more of a green light. She's more comfortable in the offense.
Holly had Muhammad to her left, but took it herself. Just like that, 12-4 Longhorns.
Yeah, Shea Holly starting most of the games last year. Here you see Muhammad again with a turnover by Southern.
And one.
And one. Not just and one. It's like, and one. Come on.
Well, whatever Vic Schaefer said during the timeout worked. Texas catching fire, going on a 7-0 run in 24 seconds.
Oh, you can't leave Gonzalez open like that. She can shoot the rock, and Shea Holly is so good in transition. But how about Amina Muhammad? She's like, don't call me a freshman. I'm a sophomore now, and I'm going to be a playmaker.
At 180 rebounds nearly a season ago. Makes the free throw just like that. Texas. 5'6" senior. Finds Lidge down low. The junior Lidge misses the first.
I think the more she gains experience going into conference season, getting some.
Gonzalez quickly fires it up with a miss. Jones fighting for it. Rips away the board.
Lidge has got to get that ball if she's going to rebound. Great battle inside. And we keep talking about depth, and I keep talking about health. Like, remember, Taylor Jones struggled with injuries throughout her career ever since high school. And she has said repeatedly coming into this year, this is the first time ever she's been able to spend the full off season and work and get better without having to rehab an injury.
Has to be the most physical team Texas has in the post of the Vic Schaefer era, between Phi and Jones.
Absolutely. You remember a couple of years ago when Texas Tech and Kansas came to town and Texas was out physical. Phi came from Texas Tech. She was one of those players that used to hurt Texas, now on the Texas squad. Post play has been getting better and better every season.
Muhammad took a spill. Play continues. Harmon.
Nice
Pass to Jones. Hacked. No foul. She got knocked down. This one heads out of bounds. Texas retains possession.
Just say it.
Harmon with the inbounds. 1.5 to play in the quarter, and this quarter has been dominated by Amina Muhammad.
Yeah, and a really nice floor game by Rory Harmon out there, making some great. She will probably shatter that before she leaves here.
Another turnover forced by Texas.
I don't think Texas's pressure hurts you initially.
What a pass by Harmon to Muhammad.
Yeah, great finish too right there by Muhammad. Like the first minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It just wears people down, and that's when you start to see that it's going to be a little bit bumpy. You see that with LSU's loss early. Teams that have more continuity are going to do better.
Rory Harmon out by the wing. Looking for Phi instead. Goes over to Shea Holly. Driving baseline. Holly looking for some room. and drew the foul.
She's become such a better basketball player. Remember a couple years ago when she was a freshman, we always talked about the fact that she was just a really good athlete.
With her in the starting lineup, won about 80% of those contests. This is both. There's Phi underneath with the offensive board, and she draws a foul. Just 4 of 12 from the stripe. That one went out of bounds. Phi back the other way as Survival Legion's racing past the Texas D and drew the foul on Holly. Jaguars 1 for 2 from the line. Second from Legions. Texas fall. I'm sure the coaches would agree.
It's just repetition. It's just practice.
Final possession of the quarter. Texas works it around to Holly. Muhammad, clock at 5. Shaylee Gonzalez gonna fire one up. It's Rory Harmon. And Texas leads after the first, 21-7. Rory off to a strong start here after 1 quarter of her junior season. 5 points, 4 assists, and 3 boards.
It was
in
so
the
much,
first 10 minutes.
I'll tell you what, it was so much fun to watch those two on the court together yesterday. They did a Q&A with each other and talked about a lot of things. They don't really know each other.
In the first quarter, how she really is trying to take over that leadership role, now an upperclassman with this team.
Yeah, and I think that's sorely needed on this team. This team has been a coach-driven leadership team. Leadership has come from the coaches mostly. It needs to be player-driven. If you're going to have success deep in the tournament and for continued success, you need that player leadership, and Rory's trying to be more vocal.
Phi spinning in the paint and drew the foul. Fighting underneath. Texas with a 10-1 advantage on the offensive board.
6-2 started the game, but other than that, they don't really have.
The joke is on you. Booker with the miss. Muhammad with another rebound. He's going to have a double-double in the first half. Gonzalez buries the jumper.
Make the zone collapse, find your open shooters.
Amina Muhammad has 10 points and 8 rebounds in 12 minutes. Fontenot in the paint with the floater. Madison Booker, top 15 recruit in the nation, drains the 3.
There you have multiple ball handlers after a rebound.
Booker misses that time. Phi underneath, gets it to fall.
Really serious knee injury in high school. It took her a long time to rehab. She was an early enrollee here at Texas. She's pressuring the basketball, helping on the bigs inside, trying to take lob passes away. Nice.
Oh, what a feed from Booker in the head. Williams, pull-up jumper, halfway down and back out. Texas taking over here. In the second, Gisela Mall. 10-0 Texas run.
Can't handle the bigs on the inside. That's the other thing. Just being able to get a body on them and so they don't get second shots.
Holly turned around jumper.
Yeah, nice.
Gisela Mall in front of her. Jones going to the floor for that one. Back the other way. Booker to Shea. Holly drew the foul.
Wants to get the ball where the defense isn't.
Holly makes the first. And a foul on Wenentanda.
On the Texas squad.
Former number 5 guard in the nation. Coming out of South Dakota. Back the other way. Legions. And
just a little teaching, you know. It's a lot of teaching to happen, even though Booker is such a talent.
In the first half, she'll watch. Final minute and a half on the bench. The miss by Mall. There is Taylor Jones cleaning it up.
Dive to the basket to try to go to the offensive rebound is what allowed her to actually catch it. Took the defense away a little bit.
Williams directing traffic and drains the jumper.
And several other players for Southern. They are so good at coming off that one dribble pull-up.
All getting extensive action here late in the first half. Taylor Jones turnaround jump.
This summer on keeping it high, using that 6'5" frame.
5 points, 4 rebounds for Jones in 8 minutes. Frustration. Gonzalez just fires one up. There is Jones again on underneath and one.
I think I did the calculations the other day, and half of Texas's points off turnovers or second chance points. So if you're going to play Texas, you need to keep them off the boards.
Down low with the nice move, Sky. Out wide to Fontenot, off the rim. And off of Williams, Texas back the other way. There is Madison Booker.
This moves Rory into a wing position where she can run the floor, get an open look like that.
Left wide open.
But in the course of a play, she can move to the point guard position, move Rory into the wing, get her a look.
Saw her play the 4 in the exhibition game.
Yep.
Getting in front of Williams there. Hattie Fye in the way and a whistle.
In the men's game it is, but in the women's game that doesn't matter. So as long as you take a charge not directly under the basket, it will be a charge.
Why did they get rid of that?
There were too many crashes at the basket. It's a longer answer, but she's got the ball alive. She's ready to pass.
Look at the moves by Fye. Muhammad batted away and fouled.
Stay out of foul trouble.
That is Vic Schaefer's type of player. She plays with a chip.
Adding more ways to get the ball to the post as well. They find their post very well within their offense.
Great steal by Booker. Oh, no look to Booker from Rory Harmon.
Yeah, she just put her hands up and got lucky there.
Rory Harmon, 8 points, 7 assists, and 3 boards. Fleming, 11 points and 5 rebounds per game.
There are some from the middle years. It's going to be exciting to see Paige Becker's back in the mix too.
Jaguars shooting 26% from the field, and another turnover forced by Texas. Look at the freshman Booker to Harmon, back to Booker. What passing!
Well, it all started with Harmon's defense, and then gets the ball rolling down the floor offensively.
Fontenot thought about it, heaves one up and drains it.
That's what Texas has been doing today.
Holly baseline. Back the other way comes Southern. If you're Vic Schaefer, how nice is it to know that you have this huge cushion? You're putting together this performance, again, with 2 starters not playing tonight.
I think he likes having the problem of who do I put out on the floor right now. But he definitely needs to create chemistry within certain groups of players. We're seeing some of that right now develop before our eyes.
Anna Morgan over Muhammad.
Back in the day, a long time ago, but yes, I think I was a little fancier of a passer than Madison Booker, or maybe it was.
Now Texas gets back on defense for the final 60 seconds of the third. Driving is Taylor Williams. 2 defenders interface.
That are injured, get back into the lineup. It's going to really help him.
For both of these teams, they've been on fire from the strike.
On fire, huh?
Final 45 seconds of the quarter. Harmon. Holly down low to Jones. Somehow found her.
Definitely put that full court pressure on like Vic Schaefer likes to do.
Another great class from Vic Schaefer. As you mentioned, Justice Carlson out of Katy, and her numbers averaged 25 points and 10 boards per game in high school. And hauled in by Vic Schaefer as the early signing period underway.
The class is the #1 recruiting class in the nation. Last year's class was number 10, 2 championship teams.
Nice move in the paint, but falling down, Legions.
Yeah, Heron's fun to watch. She has such great touch. Pretty shot.
Wenentanda on the right wing, over to Holly. Finds a cutting Wenentanda. Jones 11 points, and the freshman Madison Booker has flashed at times as well.
Is much better than their exhibition game, and something Vic Schaefer has talked about.
Harmon now 7 boards, getting closer and closer to a triple-double. Wenentanda has a good look and hits it.
So she's beefed up a little bit, got in the weight room, a little stronger, more confident.
6'2" sophomore, former Gatorade South Dakota Player of the Year. Barreling into Harmon is survival.
She's just so quick. Her ability to get to a spot before somebody else is impressive.
Taylor Jones. Next up for Texas, a matchup with Liberty on Sunday here in Austin at 2 p.m.
6 freshmen, I think, coming in, 5 true freshmen and a redshirt freshman. They are tall, they are deep, they are talented. Different kind of team, though. They're kind of more like an Iowa State who, that's okay. It's an okay night.
Not a bad line for the preseason conference player of the year, Gisela Ball. Great dish to a cutting Shea Holly.
Every time down the floor. You see the steal right here by Muhammad.
Texas aggressive. Right up until last few moments. A tremendous season. Another one in women's college hoops.
Come on, you watched that game, right?
Oh, absolutely,
Angel
without
Reese,
a doubt.
Caitlin Clark, and new players on that team. There's a lot of chemistry that needs to be built, and it's a completely different looking team, even though Angel Reese is still part of it.
Texas, another offensive board.
A little bit of respect there for Colorado, too. I mean, this is
Absolutely.
a solid. Husband was downstairs screaming at the game.
Well, so Baylor, again, a team that's expected to do very well in Big 12 play, but you brought it up earlier, a number of new players on that team.
Absolutely. They have a number of new players and a number of players that were injured last year or didn't have a chance to play. Giselle Amal from 3.
That is her second 3 of the night.
I think Baylor's going to be a force once they figure things out. They have really, really good talent at the point guard position, good leadership. A lot of freshmen, the freshman of the year last season is Indiana, Stanford. I haven't seen Stanford ranked at 15 for a while. I mean, they have really, really improved, and Louisville's a drastically different team. And I can't leave out UConn and Texas.
Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Where was that one?
Yeah, I might have left that out. I'm telling you, that's going to be a great game, too. Definitely be watching that game. Utah is for real. They're ranked 5th in the nation.
Ball again! She has hit 3 3-pointers, 3 of 4, and I do want to say that
more importantly, she gives Texas something they have needed, which is a 3-point shooter. They lost Sonia Morris. She graduated after her 5th year. She played 1 year here at Texas last season, but they need somebody that can open it up on the inside with their outside shooting. She supplies that.
Out by the right wing. Said it's Winatana.
Top 10 teams by that time.
UConn played tonight. They beat Dayton 102-58. Beckers with 8 points in 21 minutes.
She's just trying to put the...
Dee Gaston doesn't look injured. I know
she's hopping on one leg. I think that's injured. How about that tournament they're heading to for Thanksgiving?
St. Thomas?
Oh, my gosh.
Not a bad destination.
Great destination. They're going to face South Florida. Remember, South Florida beat them here at home last year. Rory was just coming back from her injury.
Oh, what a move.
Great little look right there by 5'2" Obillo. Like her bunk out there. Nice job by Texas in their opener to come out strong.
They win it 80-35. What stood out to you in this one?
Oh, offensive rebounding, and from the get-go, the offensive rebounding.